So this is the human body with all the systems besides the reproductive, the immune system, the lymphatic system, the skeletal system, and the muscular system. This is the brain. It's the part of the body that regulates all motion, function, thoughts, feelings, balance, memories, intelligence, and it allows all of us to do everything that we do, from our heart beating to going to the bathroom to moving our little fingers. And then we have the heart, which pumps all the blood throughout the body to the brain, giving it oxygen and nutrients that it needs to do all the other tasks that it can do. Then we have the lungs, which use their alveoli sacs to give oxygen to the blood. Then we have our liver, which cleanses the blood of toxins and gives bile to the digestive system to help it. Then we have the stomach, which stores food that will later be turned into nutrients in the small intestine. And then we have the pancreas, which produces pancreatic juice and insulin, which is used to allow blood to give nutrients to all the cells of the body. Then we have the large intestine, which takes all the water out of the food and later expels it from the body. Then we have the small intestine, which takes in all the nutrients from the food and sends it on to the large intestine. Then we have the appendix, which is basically a bag of nothingness that can get infected and cause appendicitis. There is also the bladder, which holds the urine produced in the kidneys, which use nephrons to filter all waste products out of the blood and puts it into the bladder, which will later release it. Then we have the number 12 on this, which is the esophagus, where in the esophagus, food goes down from the mouth, which is right there, into the stomach, where it will later be digested. Then we have the thyroid gland, which controls your metabolism or the breaking down of fat. Then there's the pituitary gland, little thing right there. It's part of the endocrine system, and it controls all endocrine functions. Then we have an artery, which takes oxygenated blood away from the heart, except for the pulmonary artery, which takes it towards the heart. And then we have the veins, which carry unoxygenated blood back towards the heart, except for the pulmonary vein, which carries oxygen away from the heart. Unoxygenated blood away from the heart. And on the other side of this puzzle, we have the skeletal system, which includes all the bones in our bodies. So the bone that protects the brain is called the cranium. It's basically actually 9 bones that will later fuse into an unmovable bone. Then we have the vertebrae, which have very limited motion, and there are 23 of those, from the bottom of the skull to the pelvis. These bones protect the spinal column from damage. Then we have the shoulder, which is a ball and socket joint, where you move your shoulders and you can do arm circles. And then you have the rib cage, which are very elastic bones that can break very easily, but they protect the lungs. And they are connected to the sternum and the backbone. The sternum protects the heart and is a connection point for the ribs. Then you have the tibia, which is the upper arm bone. Then you have the radius and the ulna, which is the lower arm bone that connects to the hand. Then you have the pelvis, which a lot of older people have to have replaced. It is what connects the vertebrae to the lower leg. And then you have the femur and the hip joint there, which is also a ball and socket joint, which allows you to move your leg very freely. And then you have the femur there, which is the upper leg bone. It is the strongest bone in the body and the one that you will be most unlikely to break. And then there is the patella, which is in the knee. As you can see, some people have the ability to move it, like me. And it's just there basically to stop you from moving your knee too far, by like being there to stop and to help the joint to be regulated. And then you have number 12 on this, which is the tibia and the fibula. The tibia is a big bone that provides support, and the fibula is just a smaller bone to provide a little bit of extra support. Then you have the ankle, which is basically the connection of the tibia and the fibula to the foot, which has 26 bones like the hand. And then you have the foot with all its bones in it that allows us to stand up.